WFYI podcasts are made possible by Bloomington, Indiana, an American college town offering experiences like indulging in grub at Nick's English Hut, taking a stroll along Kirkwood Avenue, feeling the history and magic of Assembly Hall, and providing the chance to feel like a college kid again. Plan your trip at visitbloomington.com.
I'm Kyle Long, host of Cultural Manifesto, just one of the local music programs you can enjoy on WFYI. These programs would not be possible without your financial support. And to say thank you, we want to send you to see Lyle Lovett when he comes to Indianapolis on July 28th. Choose a concert ticket as your gift when you donate at WFYI.org/give. And thanks for supporting WFYI.
This is WFYI News Now. It's June 12th, and I'm Abriana Herron. On today's show, a new facility coming to Purdue University in Indianapolis, a new superintendent at Gary Community Schools, a group of pornography website operators sue the state of Indiana, and there are more than 800 seats on school boards across Indiana up for election in November. And a new law gives voters more time than past years to hear from candidates who file.
We do hope that will help with voter education about school board candidates, about who they are and what the candidates stand for. But we hope it has positive benefits.
Those stories coming up. But first, free immunization clinics will be available on the south side of Indianapolis this summer. WFYI's Farah Ussery reports.
Franciscan Health will host the immunization clinics over the summer months. The first clinic is this Saturday at Aletheia Baptist Church on South Madison Avenue from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Two other clinics will be held in July and August. The first is at the Chin Community Center of Indiana, and the second is at the Burmese American Community Institute. The clinics will offer both childhood and adult immunizations as well as COVID vaccine shots. These are walk-in clinics, no appointments necessary. They're open to everyone, but people should bring a Medicaid or private insurance card and a photo ID. Those who do not have insurance can still get free vaccine shots. I'm Farah Ussery.
A plan was approved last week to finance and construct a new facility at Purdue University in Indianapolis. The construction marks the school's first new building since it separated from IU Indianapolis. WFYI's Drew Daudelin has more.
Purdue's new Academic Success Building will be a mixed-use facility with classrooms, laboratories, and a dining area. It will also have dorms that can accommodate around 500 students. The building, planned to be about 250,000 square feet, will be located near the intersection of West Street and Michigan Avenue. Purdue University trustees approved the project, estimated to cost around $187 million. Construction of the building will begin in February 2025 and is scheduled to be completed in May 2027. Purdue University in Indianapolis launches July 1st. I'm Drew Daudelin.
There's a new superintendent of Gary Community Schools. From WFYI's Education Desk, Rachel Fredette reports on how the district's top leader connects to a Hamilton County school district.
Yvonne Stokes is the new superintendent of Gary Community Schools, the district school board announced last week. Stokes will be Gary's first board-appointed superintendent since the state took control in 2017 due to a massive financial deficit. Gary's school board reviewed nearly 40 applicants from 14 states prior to her selection. Stokes begins her new position on July 1st. That's the same day Gary returns to local control of the school board. Stokes previously led Hamilton Southeastern Schools and was assistant superintendent in Munster Schools. She resigned from her role in HSC at the beginning of the school year. HSC's school board conducted a months-long national search for her replacement. They selected Pat Mapes for the job in February. Stokes said in a statement that she's passionate about access and opportunity for all students. I'm Rachel Fredette.
A group of pornography website operators are suing the state of Indiana over a new law that requires stricter age verification for sites that have adult content. Indiana Public Broadcasting's Brandon Smith reports the operators want a judge to block the law from taking effect July 1st.
The law requires sites with material harmful to minors to verify their customers' ages with a mobile driver's license or government ID, which Indiana doesn't provide, or through a third-party service that verifies the customer's age. If they don't, the law bans them from operating in Indiana. The adult platforms and their trade association, the Free Speech Coalition, say the measure is unconstitutional censorship. They argue the age verification requirement is both vague and won't protect children because it's easy to circumvent. Attorney General Todd Rokita calls the law a common-sense effort to shield children from pornography. For Indiana Public Broadcasting, I'm Brandon Smith at the State House.
And for our final story today, there are more than 800 seats on school boards across Indiana up for election in November. And incumbents and challengers have until June 20th to file paperwork to get on local ballots. From WFYI's Education Desk, Eric Weddle has more.
A new law extends the time between the deadline for candidates to file and Election Day by around 60 days. That gives voters more than 4 months to hear from candidates. In past election cycles, voters found out who was on their ballot in late August.
We do hope that will help with voter education about school board candidates, about who they are and what the candidates stand for.
That's Terry Spradlin, Executive Director of the Indiana School Boards Association. He says about half of the state's local school board members will be on the ballot. Board members' main responsibilities include setting policies and strategic goals, hiring the superintendent, and overseeing the budget. The elected positions are nonpartisan, but in the last election, some of the candidates declared their party during the campaign. I'm Eric Weddle.
That's all for today's episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by the following people who live in your community: Drew Daudelin, Kendall Antron, who composed the music for this podcast, and me, Abriana Herron. Our news director is Sarah Neal-Estes. If you like today's episode, remember to subscribe and share. And follow WFYI on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube to check in on our newsroom throughout the day. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow.
WFYI podcasts are made possible by Bloomington, Indiana, an American college town offering experiences like indulging in grub at Nick's English Hut, taking a stroll along Kirkwood Avenue, feeling the history and magic of Assembly Hall, and providing the chance to feel like a college kid again. Plan your trip at visitbloomington.com.